Hi everyone. I know it's been a really long time. I'm hoping to start making more regular videos, but the first thing that I wanted to talk about right now is how we, emphasize the birth of Jesus during Christmas time versus the Santa and all of that kind of stuff. We do Santa in our family, just more for the magic of Christmas for our kids, but it's not a main focus. Each year, one of my favorite things that we do that does emphasize the birth of Jesus is our Jesse tree. So for those of you who don't know what the Jesse tree is, it is a devotion. Ours is a devotion that each night is focuses on part of the lineage and the story of Jesus from beginning to his birth. And then even, I want to say the last day even talks about the cross a little bit. No, I think it just focuses on the birth of Jesus. So we start just a couple days before December. So we started last night on the 29th, and we end on Christmas Day. Ours is 27 days. It's actually one that was written by Ann Voskamp. It was at one point on her website, aholyexperience.com. That may have changed. I have not checked. But each night we read a Bible passage and a devotion. It's actually set up to do in the morning as well, almost better for the morning because it gives tips for some things to do throughout the day to remember Jesus and just the story throughout the Bible. So last night we started, and day one is starts with Isaiah, and it speaks about Jesus coming from the line of Jesse, and we really like it. It gives a prayer. Let's see if I can show this. I have a little folder. I printed it off of Ann Voskamp's website, and it's just, let's see if you guys can see this. It's a Bible passage. This picture shows the ornament that I also printed out, and I'll show this in a minute. And then the devotion and a prayer. And then this is the part that can be used for tips of how to remember throughout the day. The ornaments were also available with that on Ann Voskamp's website. Here's tonight. This is what we're going to do. What I did was I printed it, put it, it's actually just colored paper. It's not anything special. You can do it on cardstock so that it's a little sturdier. I just laminated it with contact paper, economy laminating, and then punched a hole and put some ribbon in. I also, when I did it, I numbered them so I don't get confused. But each day has this, and we have a small, I guess it's about a 24-inch tree in my daughter's room, and they take turns putting the ornaments on. And the very last one is my favorite and it's my oldest daughter's favorite as well. It's the star, and we put it at the top. And so they really get into that. And the great thing about it is, in years past, we have gotten busy or just forgotten to do it one night. And it's okay if you have to do a couple nights in a row to catch up, and it still works. Some of them are longer, so those are the harder ones to double up, but that's okay. It's great for family devotion each night. leading up to Christmas. Some of the other things that we do is we have our nativity, we talk about it. This year we're going to try an Advent wreath where we will do a devotion each Sunday and light the candle leading up to Christmas Day, and then one on Christmas Day, and that'll be new for us. So that's kind of, we'll see how that goes. But we're also going to be handing out cards to at a nursing home, little things like that, to try to remember that it's not about getting gifts. And a tip that I have that I've used, something I tell my children when they struggle with the gift thing, because it's hard for kids to be given all these gifts and not think it's about them. So we emphasize that we give gifts to each other because it's Jesus' birthday, and people get gifts on their birthdays, and so it's a birthday party for Jesus. I know some people, including some of my family members, will actually do a birthday cake and sing happy birthday to Jesus before they're allowed to open presents. We try to emphasize giving to other people. Another thing that we love to do is bake cookies and pass them out to the neighbors. Just a kind greeting, nothing big, just making it more about others instead of self-focused, so that we can lead it into Jesus being the reason that we celebrate Christmas. But yeah, we do believe in Santa. We do, our children take pictures with Santa, they get gifts from Santa, but we try not to make it the focus. We try to focus on the birth of Jesus. I have friends who have recommended a book called The Star from Afar, and I guess it's kind of a more biblical version of Elf on the Shelf, which we don't do because I don't want to emphasize being good to get presents. But to my understanding, A Star from Afar, it's a book, and it's got a wooden nativity scene, and the star moves throughout the house, and the wise men follow it until Christmas, which I think is a wonderful idea, and I might actually look into that. There are other ways to do it. I know people who do Advent calendars. We have tried little ones. It's easier for the Jesse tree, for us to do the Jesse tree, but just a great resource. There are a lot of resources. Honestly, you can just go to Pinterest and find things nowadays, just how to celebrate Christmas without emphasizing Santa and gifts, and make it more about the birth of Jesus and why he came. I will try to get a link to Ann Voskamp's website and put it in the description. And if you have any other recommendations for resources, please leave them in the comments. Thanks. Merry Christmas, everyone.